Hello crypto enthusiasts, and welcome to another brand new video. I know it's been a while since I last posted in this channel, and I haven't talked about Tonstarter in a very long while, but I'm also back and I'm gonna be posting a lot of videos about them. I'm talking about the things which they have done and which they have put into place. And now there was an IDO on the 10th, okay, the 10th of October, which I'm gonna go through it. Now there was an idea about Fanzee Lab, which I told you about Fanzee Lab in my previous video. I'm gonna link it in the description below. If you haven't watched it, you can go ahead and watch. I'm gonna link it down. I'm gonna talk about what happened and everything that went on during the time of the IDO, which is very important for us to all know about it, and it's amazing, and the things that happened was extraordinary, which I'm gonna go to the Twitter and see what Tons said about the IDO which came up. And we're not going further ado. Now you scroll down to the time which Tonstarter actually talked about it, and I think it is probably somewhere here if I'm not mistaken. Let it load. I just hope it loads fast. I'm probably gonna show you a lot of things about it now. Yeah, this is it. Okay, now on the 10th of October 2022, now it was an IDO sale. Now this is what Tonstarter had to say. The first thing they said was sold out. Wow, that is probably the first thing that came out from their Twitter page was sold out. Now the first IDO on Tonstarter blockchain was sold out in 4 hours. Did you guys listen to that? 4 hours. That was truly amazing. Now they say congratulations to the first investors and the Fanzee lab. The team for success token was exhilarating. Alright, now they say it was sold out in just 4 hours, and there's a thread here actually showing what really went on. So let's see what the thread has to say. I hope it pops out, and let's see every single thing that was said, if there was anything said actually. So we're probably just gonna hold on till it loads up, and it shows here. Okay, now Tom says thanks to all the 7,818 people who registered and those who participated in the IDO. All your tickets will carry over to the next IDO token sale, so stay tuned for the upcoming IDOs. Now I think there'll be more IDOs coming up in the Tonstarter and in the Fanzee lab, which is amazing. Now if you actually don't know what Fanzee actually is, I'm gonna run through it again, letting you guys know what Fanzee is and what Fanzee has to offer in this platform. I hope it opens here, and we'll probably go through it. Now here is it. Okay, now Fanzee. Now okay, before then let's probably talk about what actually happened. Now they said the token sale was this. Now if you look at the first one, this is what happened throughout. Now you see the token sale which happened on the 10th of October 2022 by 1:08 p.m. and it finishes by 4:56 p.m. Wow, that was amazing. That's just 4 hours of the time. That was totally nice. Now this was the allocation. It had up to $50 to $300 of allocation, and that was probably nice of them. And Fanzee starts at a token sale of 0.02 per token. That is pretty nice for an IDO. A lot of IDOs that come up, they don't have up to these sales on their very first IDO, which is not what we see every single day, and this is what happens so far. Now I'll probably go what IDO actually is, or sorry, Fanzee actually is, which is probably Fanzee Lab develops Web3 fans engagement platform that helps sports and entertainment organizations directly engage with their fans through immersive fans journey powered by advanced gamification mechanisms. Alright, now this is what Fanzee Lab actually do. They tend to bring fans of every single sport platform, entertainment platforms together, and they do a lot of this, and they're trying to bring things together, which is probably amazing. We probably don't see this every single time, and if a project actually tends to indulge in this, it brings a lot of attention to it, which was very nice. And this is the problems facing it. Now current Web3 solution focus on building a standalone platform without direct interaction between sport and entertainment entitled, and their fans, leading to low adoption of digital assets. Now current digital assets are not backed by underlying utility, which is valuable to the average sport fans. Alright, now the solutions which Fanzee Lab came up with, they provide a 360 fans engagement solution through a platform that fosters direct interaction between sports and entertainment in titles. All right, that's already great. I would say Fanzee like, put it that way. It means, and their fans by means of gamified fans journey backed by various digital assets, and money can buy experiences. Now this is amazing, and there's a whole lot of things that Fanzee have to offer to us, and they made 2 million raised from Tone ecosystem funds and partnership with the major crypto exchanges. Now the top two exchanges, which is the DEX exchanges, all right, which is pretty much amazing here, which is Hubic, and we all know Hubic is an exchange platform. All right, it's an exchange platform, and KuCoin, which is probably the top right now, is also there for them, so you can exchange your Ton in the Hubic and also in the KuCoin there, which are other people who support this, which is the MXC Global, the VGLG Digital, the Ops, the 3 Capital, the Hexi Capital, the Gates IO, Hexagon, and others. Okay, there are so many people which is going into Fanzee right now, and which is something that you need to put an eye on and get to know very, very well. Now let's look at the token details, okay, which is something we probably need to look at. Those of you who are willing to invest in Fanzee. Now this is it. Now this is the ideal date. This is what happened. This is the token symbol Fanzee. This is the total supply, which was 2.1 billion. That is super nice. All right, and the token sale was 0.2, which I said before, and the allocation was $300, which is really nice. And if you go through the charts here, there's other things that comes into it, which they are signified by different colors and every single thing which happened, and there's a whole lot, and this is something that we should probably look at. I'm also gonna do a lot of Fanzee topics which is linked to Tonstarter, so you can also look at the things Fanzee are doing for Tonstarter and the things I need to provide, which are gonna give us a lot of amazing things coming up here. And Tonstarter, which is the first launchpad for the Ton blockchain, which we need to look at for a lot of things like that. I'm gonna post every single video about it and things that are future things coming up. So I'm gonna post a video which talks about more about Fanzee, which are mostly linked with Tonstarter. That is very important, linked with Tonstarter. Alright, so I'm gonna end the video here. I've showed you every single thing that happened so far in the Fanzee app linked with Tonstarter and how the idea went. And I hope you liked the video so far and you have learned at least something from the video, which I'm going to end it up here. I'm going to link every single link to Fanzee and to Ton below, which you're probably going to check it out, and something that you need to check it out to get known about it. And if you look at here, this is actually my wallet, which is something you need to look out for and also get in Ton with. Now this is Tonstarter official website, which you can check it. I'm gonna link in the description. So that's it for me today. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.